Coming up, it's a rivalry that started back in 1930, but as the Chicago Cardinals and Portsmouth Spartans, today, Arizona and Detroit battle once again, and it's next.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from Ford Field. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their fourth-year man from Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great. Not his best game ever, but obviously was very good. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their now 36-year-old quarterback who's in his 14th NFL season, the former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, they got him again. Kerry Hyder, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the draw is Sermon, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Allen. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Goes right back to Smith again. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing: take care of the football.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Every week we you hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Here's Allen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Allen. Out to the right to Humphries. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Allen. He's got Smith here. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recovered and hand things over to their offense. And then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the key.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs and you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change. You've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw taken in by Samuel.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Carson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 36, Ryan. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signal for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. This is Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
On the option, a handoff to Carson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Carson.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chris Carson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To the air, Allen. And this one complete to Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now with Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Ryan to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Ryan sets up the screen to Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that one. Swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Ryan will throw again. He fights him off. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
Taken in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their foot.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Allen's throw taken in by Adams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 27, Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And meanwhile, Allen's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for Detroit. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Clay Brooks to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
But right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, you know, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
See if he can do just that. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Ryan. That's complete to Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Lions, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football.
And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Clay Brooks to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. On the delay, here's Carson. Runs over him. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Ryan got his target, Samuel. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
A gain of 7. 1st down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. On 1st down. Carson, a good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll swing this complete out to Hill.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Cardinals 1st down.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a give right side. It's Carson. Stops short of the 25. The 2nd effort couldn't free him. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Ryan dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Sermon. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the...
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 3rd down, Carson, and they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now come the Lions. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They give to Sermon out of the gun.
Oh, he shifts past him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A 7-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Ryan. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's complete to Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
James Robinson. First and goal, Arizona.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They run it with Carson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kelvin Benjamin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
On first down, Allen. He gets it to Humphries. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking deep for Adams. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Allen from the gun on third down.
He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
3 yards the gain there, second down.
On 3-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Now Allen again. And he rifles one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Allen to throw it.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Completes it to Samuel.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Arizona.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Completes it to Benjamin. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing again, Ryan. And a dump off here to Robinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Cardinals.
On first down, it's Carson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches. And his guys are going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you can pick up the cheap first down. Now, you still won't get a first down even if you do exactly the same thing.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Throwing on first down is Allen. To the right side, and he's got Landry. Complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Now Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this one is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. It's caught. Humphreys. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. They set up the screen for Sermon. Uses the stiff arm. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Allen going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Allen. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Allen's throw taken in by Landry. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. Allen. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Allen. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing is Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They go back to Carson here on second. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points in the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Arizona, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Lions, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.